It's 6:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Police have arrested 3 boys after they were caught allegedly placing rocks on the Newcastle train line just south of YE. Hidden cameras picked up the 2 12-year-olds and 1 9-year-old putting rocks on the lines yesterday afternoon. A train hit the rocks but didn't suffer any damage. The boys have been dealt with under the Young Offenders Act. Victims of the April superstorm who are locked in battles with their insurance companies have been told to get in contact with Paterson MP Bob Baldwin. The Prime Minister has asked him to investigate cases of people fighting to get their claims approved after hearing first-hand accounts this week of residents who've been left in financial ruin because their insurers aren't paying up. Experts are predicting a bad flu season for people in the Hunter. Recent data shows 20% of people presenting with flu-like symptoms tested positive for the virus, compared to the usual 1% in previous years. Dr. Tony Merritt from Hunter New England Health says it's hard to predict the severity at this stage.
It's really too early to say in any way that's going to predict what's happening this year. We've certainly seen some cases, so there's been some influenza activity around, and as I say, we see a little bit of flu activity year-round in Hunter, New England, and it's very hard to predict exactly what will happen down the track, but there's certainly some flu about, so a great time to be vaccinated.
Workers at the West Wallsend Colliery say they're being forced to take leave after a longwall collapsed last week, leaving them with no work to do. Glencore has confirmed production has stopped following a geological incident, but it denies workers are being forced to take leave and says it's working to get production back on track as quickly as possible, although it admits it may take some time to resume operations. Police have handed out another 10 fines as part of their ongoing operation targeting car hoons in Newcastle. Officers were again out in force last night at Kooragang Island and Wharf Road. However, the number of cars out and about was much lower than previous weeks. Police say either the message is slowly sinking in or the cold weather is keeping hoons at home. Hunter shoppers are being urged to know their consumer rights in the lead up to the mid-year clearance sales. All goods, even those on sale, must be as described, free of defects and safe to use. New South Wales Fair Trading Commissioner Rod Stowe says if goods don't meet these basic criteria, consumers are entitled to a refund, repair or replacement.
Stores should be providing a reasonable supply of goods when they advertise these sorts of sales, rather than only having 1 or 2 items and then directing consumers to more expensive goods. No refund signs are something that stores shouldn't be using. Signs that indicate that refunds aren't available on sale items are illegal.
Sport, thanks to our sponsor Warners Bay Sports Club.
The Newcastle Knights are planning to use this week's bye to their advantage in one last bid to turn their season around. The Red and Blue will have to win at least 8 of their next 9 games to have any hope of reaching the finals. Veteran back rower Clint Newton says they'll have to play hard to bring home a win.
I think there's enough experienced people in the team to know that that it's never as bad as it seems, and you've just got to make sure that you keep working hard and train hard, play hard, and never give up, and you're a chance.
Newcastle Jets defender Nigel Bogart is looking forward to their match against Cup runners-up Perth Glory. He's hoping an early win will start the season on a good foot and serve as a catalyst for them to go further in the competition. And in boxing, Rocky Jerkic is preparing for a tough match when he comes up against Arnell Timpany at Singleton Civic Theatre tomorrow night. That's Sport. I'm Georgia Moylan.
2 in URFM News Time, 26 to 7.